Hey guys, I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop. Today is September 4th, 2020, and I'm happy to announce our 2021 Make-A-Wish quilt. So it's behind me, hanging on the wall. It's called Serendipity, and we will be starting in February giving free patterns every 2 weeks. And in return for getting the free pattern, we're hoping that you will donate to Make-A-Wish. So our suggested donation for if you're going to make the quilt and the backing is $45. We have our charity link up, and so we've already raised $250 for next year, so I'm super excited. So I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about the quilt. The quilt is 64 by 74, so it will fit a twin bed. We're going to have bonus patterns. Great. Okay, that's what I need. So there's going to be different rows. So like the top row, the second row, the third row, the fourth row, the fifth row, the sixth row, the seventh row, and then the pieced backing, which Lily can show you. So if you don't want to do the pieced backing, of course you don't have to. That's just our fun way of doing something fun. We have quilt kits, and in the quilt kit you get the kit in a keepsake box, and the bonus is you get all of the patterns up front. Now if you don't buy the kit, that's totally fine. You just get the patterns as we do the sew along in 2021. In the specialty backing set that you reserve, you get a mouse pad that gets included. And then also on the side over here you can see our cross stitch. So we're going to also have our cross stitch so that we can raise money for cross stitch. So our suggested donation for the cross stitch piece is $15. So, and the designer of this is Jocelyn. She works for us, and Corey Yoder is the fabric designer. And Corey has designed a pattern that is going to be a free pattern that's going to be part of one of the bonuses. So when we get to different amounts like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, we have bonus patterns, and one of those Corey was so nice to design for us. And so the kits are gonna ship in January, and the sew along is gonna start in February. And we have a hashtag that you can follow on the screen. And so that's gonna be how we start off 2021, is giving back and doing stuff for others. So let me know if you have any questions. I did want to talk about the background fabric. I forgot to mention that. So again, the fabric is Springbrook by Corey Yoder. But we wanted, I didn't do anything, Jocelyn did it. When she designed it, it was really hard to get all the colors to pop with what we were trying to do. So we picked Thatched, which is a Robin Pickens fabric, and that is the background that we're using. So that makes it pop out. And it also makes it, what I really like is it makes it totally different from all of Corey's quilts and all of the other quilts out there that use yellow, white, blue, etc. So ours, even if you like Corey's stuff, you can still do Corey's stuff and this and have two quilt kits that look totally different with the same fabric, just changing the background. And we try to change it up so that some years we have a light background, some years we have a dark background. We always stick with Moda Fabrics on this. Kevin and I, at the end of 2021, will donate $20,000 to Make-A-Wish, and Mark Dunn will donate $10,000. He's the owner of Moda Fabrics. Our this year we got to like 94,000. So our goal this year is 50,000 plus our 30,000. So we would definitely love to get to that again.
All right. Pat Sloan had commented earlier in the live stream saying, "Good morning from sunny Northern Virginia. I'm excited about the next charity Quilt Along and honored to again this year be making a version to auction for charity."
Yes. So every year Pat makes a beautiful quilt and auctions it for charity, and hers always goes for a ton of money, and that money goes straight to Make-A-Wish. And her quilters are super generous also because they donate their time for that.
Gabriel Fuentes was asking who quilted it.
Oh, Gina quilted it. So the best thing about it is I am so picky about thread. And I was really concerned how the quilting would look, because if you use a white thread, it's going to show up on blue. If you use a blue navy thread, it's going to show up on the white. And I don't like my quilting to show. And so she found a wonderful gray thread, and you can't see the quilting, and it's amazing. So, and she did like it's like a floralish design. Yeah, it's like little flowers, packed flowers. I can move, and then you can. So you can see like there's a design, but from far away you can't see it. And it's very beginner friendly, very easy, and I just kind of wanted to show you, this is how the patterns look. So you're going to get patterns that are really, you know, full color. You're getting a really good something for free, and the whole point of this is to donate to charity. So if you're interested in sewing it the way we did, we have a kit and a backing for sale. And if you want to sew along with us, and use your own fabric requirements will come out in January 15th of next year. So let me know if you'll have any questions on any of that.
Let's see, from Crystal Rowe, if we buy a kit, do we make a separate donation for the pattern?
Yes. So the kit is just for the fabric. There's no charge in there for the pattern. You're just paying for the fabric. The donation to Make-A-Wish is just for the use of the pattern. You know, some people donate 5, some people donate 50, some people donate 100. You can donate whatever you want. We're just trying to raise money for Make-A-Wish. And then, you know, we've had questions about, do you donate from the sale of the kits? Well, Kevin and I donate $20,000. So that's way more than we make from the sale of the kits. So that covers, you know, all of that.
From Faye Dixon, can you tell us what gray thread Gina used?
She can comment in the comments, or yeah, I'm sure she's here, or she can comment later.
Yeah, she's in the chat right now. Hi,
yeah.
Gina.
Yeah, I have no idea what gray she used. I wouldn't know how to use one of those machines if I tried. And I did want to apologize, guys. It's pouring down rain here. It is thunderstorm, some kind of warning. Yeah. So you can hear the thunder, you can hear the rain, and if the power goes out, we will restart. But it is definitely like downpouring. I'm wet, Lily's wet.
Yeah.
I sat in my car for a good 20 minutes before I came in, trying to figure out how to get in without being soaking wet.
Yeah, minimal soaking.
Yeah. So I did text her, and I was like, I am here, just in my car.
Gina said, thanks everyone. The Panto design is called Floral, and I use Glide 60 for the thread. Okay. Dawn Marie Jensen's asking, why Make-A-Wish?
Okay, so I have 4 kids, and, you know, I love kids, and Kevin and I decided when we started this 10 years ago that we were going to do something that benefited kids. We have been blessed to have healthy children so far, and we want to give back. And so we picked a children's charity. We did alternate charities before, but Kevin and I felt the most impact that we were actually helping people in our area. We could see the kids. We felt like it made the most impact on what we were doing, and we're going to keep with Make-A-Wish.
A few people are asking what the size of the quilt is again.
64 by 74. So when we do the charity quilts, not every year, but most years, we make it where it will fit a bed, because we feel like the program will be more successful if it's a bed quilt, and we will raise more money for Make-A-Wish if it's a bed quilt. Now, 2 years ago, we didn't do a bed quilt, but I mean, most years we try.
From Elaine H, does this use triangle paper?
I can't remember, but let me look. I actually don't know. You can use, well, the answer is you can use triangle paper. Is it included in your kit? No, I don't think so. Yeah, in the kit, in the patterns, it's written the traditional way, but you can I know you can use 2-inch triangle paper, and what we can do is put together some kind of sheet. Lily, can you let Noah know?
Yeah. That
we'll make together some kind of sheet, and we can add it to the blog that we've already posted and say, if you're using this, these are the triangle papers you could use, and then you can check next week and it'll be on the blog. And we could add it to next week's stuff. I haven't actually made it yet, so that's why I don't know. I have all the fabric, and I'm going to be making it closer to when we actually do the sew along so that I can give tips.
All right, and then we did have a couple new members joining, super chat. So Valeria Bauer gave us a super chat for $19.99, and she put a little dancing pear that's like, you are amazing, with this little hat going like this.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, and Piggy's behind the Serendipity hashtag. And then we had a new YouTube member join, Chris Morrell. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Yay. And then Jody Sliger. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you.
Yay, welcome to all of our new members. And then question from Kathleen Champ. Is it for Make-A-Wish kids nationwide?
So we do it where it benefits Make-A-Wish Central and South Texas, and we actually get to meet the kids that it impacts. So that's just, that's just what we do. We're trying to do something good. If you want to donate outside of this to Make-A-Wish in your city, you definitely can.
From Teresa Heath Player, will there be an AccuQuilt pattern?
No.
From Kathy Paulson Merrill, will there be more kits?
Yeah, there's kits. There's plenty of kits.
Yes.
So the kits don't ship until January, so we have a ton of kits.
Mm-hmm.
And we will have enough kits probably until it starts, or a little bit after.
Mm-hmm.
And right now what you would do is you were just pre-ordering it.
Yeah.
And it would ship in January.
All right, and then can you remind us what the fabric collection we used was?
Yes, it's Springbrook by Corey Yoder, and the background that we used is a thatched from Robin Pickens.
All right, and then we had one more super chat come in here from Barbara Coyle for $5. And Barbara says, thank you for everything you do. I have learned a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara. That's very generous of you. Oh, another super chat just came in for $5 from Kelly Mole. And they say, I'm off to sleep and look forward to hearing my name when I watch the rerun in the morning.
Oh,
it's so
thank
late
you.
here in Adelaide. Yay. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. So I wanted to kind of go over Scrappy September again. I had so many questions. So I'm just going to show you kind of what I did. So this is what I made for Scrappy September. I made 2 side tables. They're not bound because I'm waiting for my side tables to come in so that I can make them the same size as the table. This is the mini stems pattern by Fig Tree Quilts. And what I was encouraging you guys to do is find fabric in your stash, find a pattern in your stash, and just stash bust. And I had so many questions about how does the contest work, and I'm super flexible. I'm encouraging you to use your stash, whether that, I mean, you could go in and just use up a quilt kit that you already have. That's fine. Or you could find a pattern and mix it. I just want you to bust your stash in September. So there's the hashtag, and we have a blog post on this, and it will tell you how to enter. And so for me, it doesn't have to have a lot of rules. I'm just encouraging you to use kind of what you have. Be creative if you want. If you don't want to be creative, just grab an old kit that you have. It's totally fine. It doesn't have to be so strict. It's just totally like, for me, it was just a fun idea to use your scraps. And I just went through and I found, I think I used 4 different charm packs, and everything, the background, the border, the backings, I mean, these are like 5 years old, at least 5 to 10 years old. I just used fig tree fabric that I had, and it was really nice because I like cleared a little section so that I can like add more later.
Room for more.
So let me know if there's any questions on Scrappy September, because there were so many questions and I felt really bad reading them, because I was like, oh my gosh, people are arguing about what the rules are. There don't have to be so many rules. Like, I'm just encouraging you to use what you have.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Let's see, while I wait for questions to roll in, we had a funny comment earlier from Sprocket. They said, good morning from Cornwall, UK. I have my tea, my Nutella on toast, and my scraps, so I am ready to go.
Aww.
I love that. That sounds like a perfect day.
Yes.
From Judy Hampton, can we get extra of the back to enlarge it to queen? I think they're asking about Serendipity.
So for Serendipity, when the fabric comes in, we will have yardage available for sale, and so you would just buy it then. And that will come in January. So the collection Spring Brook ships January. So we basically ship the kits as soon as that comes so that it's hopefully here in time for February. Some years the fabric has come super early, some years it's come super late. It just kind of depends.
All right.
So I'm going to show you what I finished this weekend. I'm so excited. I finished a lot. The first thing I finished was my Scrappy Log Cabin. It's very wet. So, because I just brought it in, it's soaking wet. So you might see some little dings in it, like little dots. So I used the 6-inch It's So Emma log cabin paper, and I made, let's see, 36 blocks. My son pulled the paper off, so Lily has a picture.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And he was in his pajamas. He's so cute. He was in his pajamas and he pulled all the paper off, all 36.
In my notes, I have that pop-up labeled as the Jolly Ripper.
Oh, that's so funny. So I was having a hard time figuring out how to lay these out. And I had laid them out all the same way, but when you do that, all your seams touch. So then I decided to do pinwheels. So you can see that I kind of laid them out in pinwheels, and hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. And then I just put a back, I cut my border 3 inches. So it's a finishes 2.75, which is kind of weird, but that's what I had left. And the great thing about this is it would be great for Scrappy September. Yeah, and so you can see that my blocks, some of them have a white background and some of them have a cream background. So like you can see this green one, let's see. This one right here has a super, this in person, that green is super cream. But in real life, you can't really tell. Like it just kind of all blends in. You think it won't, but it will. So that's what I decided to finish for that. I'm going to send it to Gina today. Well, I might wait till Monday because it's raining a lot. I don't know about the mail. And this was the only thing that I worked on that was not my scraps. And the reason why is I had nothing. I went through my entire stash of every kind of big fabric I had, and I had none left over that was big enough. So you can see what I did is I had a label from the Sweetwater Label Company. I sewed fabric to the top and bottom and to the side. The reason I did that is I didn't have very much fabric left. And then I added a strip in the center and then a top and bottom, and that's my backing. Now what I would have loved to do is I would have loved to piece the backing, but I made another quilt this weekend where I pieced the backing. I finished the free quilt along that Sherry McConnell is doing, and I pieced the backing, and I pretty much used up so much of my stuff, but I can't show it to you yet because she's not done. So what I did is I went ahead and sent that to Gina. She's gonna quilt it. The September block did just come out, so all that's left is October, November. And so what I'm gonna do when I get it back is I'm gonna cover October and November with, well, Lily is. We're gonna try to figure out, I don't know how we're gonna figure out how to do it, but we were gonna like put a Bella Solid on top or something, and then I'm gonna hold the quilt and then show you the setting that I decided to use. And so that if you're interested in doing something like that, you could kind of start. Because I am doing a setting that's a little bit different. And I did decide to use this for my binding. I had this in my stash. And it matches the little, this is so wet. I hope it doesn't bleed. Oh my goodness. So it matches the little cover. So I was trying to follow my motto of Scrappy September, and I did. I went through every single fabric, and I needed like a lot because I needed two 51-inch strips, and I had nothing. I don't even know what that is. That's probably like 3 yards. I didn't have anything, and then I was like, well, could I piece something? But I didn't have enough left of anything because this is my Scrappy. What I did is I started off 2020. Oh my gosh, we're still in 2020. I started off 2020. This is all my scraps that are left over used in here, so I really had nothing to do for the back. But I will tell you a funny joke. So my son Peyton that you just saw, he's hilarious. It's really difficult that he's so funny because it's really hard to punish him. But 2 things he did that were funny is when he pulled off the paper, the first thing he did was he said, since it's a 2020, because I was explaining to him, because I've been working on it all year and he knows. So I was like, yeah, it's my quilt for 2020. I use scraps so that I wouldn't waste. And this is my leftovers and we're just putting it together. And he was helping me. And he said, since it's a 2020 quilt, is it a fail? Like, since the year is so bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And then he did something else. I don't know if I should say it, but it's so funny. So that's my log cabin quilt. And what I like about the size is I can use it on the top. I have a table in my living room that's like big and square, and I'm going to put it on there and put it on there on point so that parts of it fall off, and then it'll be used as like decoration in my house. And sorry, that's all thunder. That's not Lily.
That's not my stomach.
Well, oh no, I just meant like you're not talking.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not just like.
So I got that done. So I'm very excited that I got that done. So let me know if you'll have questions on that before I move on to what else I did. Oh, and then I'll show you the paper. So this is my paper that I used. I'm keeping my notes of what I made in here. And the one thing that's really helpful if you're doing it is using the Lori Holt seam presser and one of the outer quarters. That really helps. So I kind of have all my stuff in my little box.
From Gina Tell, she says, I love your final layout. Looks beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, I had so many times that I kind of just had to make myself do it because I was talking about last week I had laid it out. I didn't like it. And this weekend I just said, okay, I'm going to just bite the bullet and do it. Because sometimes if you get stuck, whether it could be in anything in life, if you get stuck, you kind of have to just push through. And so I just had to push through and just say, okay, I like it. I just have to make it work.
From Kathy Gist, can you use a layer cake for the log cabin quilt?
Yes.
Hang on. From Veronica Stevens, does Sweetwater print your name on the labels?
Yes. So it's a label club. And if you went to Sweetwater just type Sweetwater Label Company. I don't know their exact URL. I pay for it, and every month I get a label. And you can do sheets also. So I have some sheets. And I just keep up. I have it all in one spot. My kids even know when the label comes where it goes. That's how many years I've been doing it. I don't get paid to say it. I pay for it myself. It's not like she doesn't give it to me free to show. I just love it. And you can either sew it in, or you can just iron it on top and it will stick. I just prefer to sew it in, so I don't know. But you could even add fabric to the outside and then fold it under and then tack it on. There's lots of different ways you can do it.
From MJ, very cute. Are the whites and creams the same within each block?
No. So let me show you again, and then maybe we can zoom in, or I can just kind of show you up close. Some of them are the same. Like, not all of them are different because I use leftovers from scraps from within. So you're going to see some are small dots, big dots, and then there is cream. If I turn this over, there's the green. Oh, this way. The green right here, and the red next to it right here. Sorry, this one and the green over there. Those are definitely cream. The pink and aqua on the top are definitely white. And so I used backgrounds that were left over from projects. And I did try to do either white on white or cream on cream instead of like a print on a print, because I thought that would get too busy. But even though, one of this is an Aditya Sitar background, which is a definite cream. It's not a white. And it's cream, but you just can't. It's fine. It all blends. Yeah.
Oh, that seems so cool. Okay, Real Fun just had a funny comment. You should have Gina quilt a toilet paper panto on your 2020 scrap.
No, I want swirls. I already decided I want swirls. Yes. Oh my gosh, she always asks me, like, what panto do you want? And I'm like, one time I finally have an answer. I finally decided. It's hard to pick that. I mean, it's a lot of, I feel like maybe it's the word pressure. Like, I feel like when somebody asks you, if you give the wrong answer, you've ruined your quilt or something. It's a lot of pressure to pick that.
Linda Gillespie, also a funny comment, said the Corona Cabin Quilt 2020.
Something. Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah. But I don't even know what word he used, but he's so funny. I mean, like, he's so funny. So Monday, I'll tell you what he did. So, no, Tuesday. So Tuesday I stayed home. I was proofing Lori Holt's book. So if I'm going to proof a book, I'll either come to work and put a little thing down on my door and say proofing a book. Or I can just proof it from home. So I figured, well, why drive an hour to work, proof the book, drive an hour back, when I can just do it here. So I had told my kids, hey guys, I'm really working. Just don't interrupt me today. So they knew that I wasn't going to be where I could hear them because I was in my bedroom. One of my twins, they're both in 5th grade. One of them has math at 8:30 and one of them has math at 8:30. Both different teachers. So, because they're in different classes. So upstairs, they switch off computers. One uses the one upstairs one week and then one uses the one on the kitchen table one week. They switch, the twins switch. So Will was having math class upstairs in his room, which is not anywhere where I could hear him. Peyton goes upstairs, interrupts the math class. I don't know if he was dancing or joking around. The teacher kicked Will out of math class. So that was quite the event because, yeah. But it's so funny and it was so hard to like discipline him because we were like, you can't do that.
Oh, man. All right. Lori Mills is asking, is this quilt beginner friendly, but about serendipity?
Yes, beginner friendly.
From Wendy Surface Burke, how many total blocks did you have in the log cabin quilt?
36. So I did 6 6-inch blocks by 6 6-inch blocks. And that's kind of the number that just kind of naturally happened because I had already made leftover blocks from this colorway, and the rest of the year the only thing left for me to quilt the rest of this year that's not like, because this is going to take me like another month, the only thing left that's really big is this. And I think with my leftovers from this, I'm going to work I'm going to use my scraps instead of for the log cabin. I'm going to use it to make some of the bonus quilts that when we reach 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, we have bonus quilts. So I'm going to use my leftovers from my quilt kit in those.
All right. And then we have a few new members, super chats. Princess P, Holly Martin is a new member. Welcome, Princess P.
Thank you.
And then we had a super chat from Diane Baskell. And hang on, let me just take off that. And it was for $4.99, and they put, I think it's like a little fox that's got like a paintbrush, and it says number 1 on the little sign they're holding. And I hadn't seen the fox before. That's cool. Susan Frankel gave us a super chat for $4.99, and it's a little pair that's like working out, and it says keep it up.
Thank you. I need to work out.
Oh, hang on. Super Piggy didn't go all the way there, so there he goes. I need to work out too, actually. And then we have another new member, Kathy Achenbach.
Thank you.
Welcome, Kathy. And then new member, Janine Kreikemeyer. Welcome, Janine.
Thank you.
Oh, and then another super chat for $5 from Aggie DeCarlo. And Aggie says, brand new here, love watching and learning.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aggie. And then we did have a question from Erica Plow Almastar. They said, hi, any idea when the dinosaur kit from Hartman will be shipped? I'm waiting eagerly.
I am waiting too. I hardly ever buy kits. I am buying that. It's called the Dinosaur Quilt Kit, and my son Peyton loves dinosaurs. And so when he's upset, because he's funny, everything out of his mouth is a joke. So if he's like if he doesn't want to be serious, he'll say dinosaur says, and he has all these stuffies that are dinosaurs. So I'm going to make that for him. I did tell him it's going to be like, I was like, I'm going to make this, but it's going to take a long time. because it's an Elizabeth Hartman pattern. It's got dinosaurs, and she used a lot of her basic fabrics from Robert Kaufman, but it's a lot of piecing. It's all doable because it's on the corner triangles. It's nothing like, it's not paper piecing or anything complicated. So the other thing that I worked on, I'm so excited, is my Moda Blockheads. So Moda Blockheads is a free program that Moda is doing with some of their designers. It started in February of this year, and it ends January of 2021. And each week they give a different block that is a pattern. So, sorry, it is thundering like crazy. So I'm gonna show you what I've done, and I've already shown this before, but this is how far I am. Some of the blocks are from the Moda Blockheads. If there was a block that was applique, I switched it out. So this is my first 2 rows. So my first 2 rows are together. And the finishing that I'm using, I'm going to be doing the setting that is on this cover, Farm Girl Vintage 2. So I've done row 1 and row 2. And thank you, Lilly, I had this in my car. So I had to have her get a book because I was like, I don't want to ruin my book because it's raining outside. Fresh book. So I made some more blocks. And my papers are all wet over here. So this is block 33 by Zen Chic. And I did it in a 6-inch. And I fussy cut the little flower. I made this yesterday. So I'm getting caught up. This one is by Lisa Bonjean. It's called Fulfillment. It's block 34. And on it, I used triangle paper for this. And I used for this the Eleanor Burns Flying Geese ruler. And it actually didn't take as long as I thought. And what I did is I did like one color here. And then I used the same color here. And then I did the same color here, the same color here, and then the same color here. So all 4 of these are the same. And then I did the same colors here, here, and here. So it looks scrappy, but because I'm getting very low on my fabrics, I did have to do more of a planned scrappy. Let's see, so that was Lisa Bonjean's Fulfillment block. And the next block that I did, I made this block instead. This was block 30 by by Sherry McConnell, and I'd already done a block similar, so I did the stained glass block from the Vintage Christmas book. And then, sorry, I had this, it was much neater, but when it rained, everything got a mess. This is block 28. Done in a 6-inch. It's designed by Joanna Figueroa. And then this block on the other side, because this is how I put them together. You put 2 blocks together. This block with the zigzags is by Janet Claire, and it's block 26. And then I have one more block to show you. And it is block 31 by Betsy Chutchin, and it's a basket block. And then this block is my oopsie block that I made a while back. I was trying to convert someone's numbers and piece. Sometimes I piece a block different than the way people write it. So I did it, and I did the math wrong, so it came out 9 inches. So I went ahead, pulled this part out, added my label, and this is going to be the label for the back, instead of throwing it away. And my plan is to kind of get all my blocks done. I'm glad that I'm caught up. I'm basically using mostly Minnick and Simpson. I am using some Ann Sutton reds, and I'm using some Sweetwater red, white, and blues. So I'm mixing collections, but trying not to buy anything. So I just pulled those reds. I pulled the Ann Sutton from my stash, I pulled the Sweetwater from my stash, and I started with the fat quarter bundle from Minnick and Simpson, and then I've just added over time as I've run out. I am finding that I am getting really low, so I'm having to really kind of pick and choose what goes where, but I'm defiant that I'm not going to spend money and buy anything because it's Scrappy September. So I am really trying to use, and I had to go through my stash to find some more white on whites for like this section and this section. I'm kind of out, so I kind of pulled from my stash like other bundles that I have just sitting around and starched those, and I'm going to have to add some different things to it. So let me know if you have any questions on that. I know that's a lot. I don't show that every week, but I am excited that I'm caught up, and it looks really good, and I'm happy because it's my first red, white, and blue quilt in all these years.
All right, from Gail Stale, how big will the blockhead quilt end up?
Okay, so there's on the blockheads, all of the Moda designers have done different settings. I just decided to use Lori's Farm Girl Vintage Book setting because the one reason I picked it is because I wanted to be able to add as I go. So like when I get to this row, I can just start adding and then I can sew it together. And so at the end, I'm not just putting all the stuff together. This one finishes at 88 by 95, so pretty big. I did think about it this morning. I have not bought my border fabric or my binding or my backing. And I know I will have to buy those because obviously if I don't have enough in my scrap to make a small backing for a log cabin, I definitely don't have enough for that. I did use a bead background on the back of that log cabin quilt.
From Heather McInes, did you see Lisa Bonjean's 4-inch block? The center star was tiny.
I did see it. It was tiny. I thought that was amazing. She's amazing.
From Lisa Clark, Kimberly, I know you love cutting. Can you please give any tips or tricks for accurate cutting? For some reason, I am terrible at cutting.
So one thing I would say is starch. So I have a couple tutorials out there. I learned it from Lisa Bonjean. Starch, let it completely dry. I always use steam in my iron. Some people don't. And I always have it on the cotton setting, super hot. But before you cut, make sure your fabric is nice and ironed flat. So ironing, I would say ironing and having your fabric, no wrinkles. And on the cutting table, I would just make sure, if you lay a fabric, you lay it and then get the wrinkles out. And then just go slow. I go really slow cutting. But I only have, since Moda did send us, the people who are sewing along, they sent us all the blocks that are left. I only have 10 blocks left to make in the blockheads. So I spent last Sunday, I sewed 13 hours and I only have 10 blocks left. So my favorite part is I'm going to go home, well, whenever I go home today, and I'm going to cut all 10 blocks and stack them on design boards. And then when over the weekend, I'll sew them as I go.
And then we had a question earlier from Marsha Turner about Serendipity. So will someone be sewing along each month on the blocks with us on video, or are we going it alone following the pattern? I'm new to quilting and I'm afraid to try the charity quilt alone.
So we are hoping that Corey will be able to come and film with us and do videos. That's all up to COVID. So if there's a vaccine, she's definitely coming. She said she would. So that's great. If not, then it will be on your own. But I'll have tips, and we're going to show different people are going to sew along that work here. So I'm going to sew along with the one behind me. I want to give a big shout out to Teresa. She made this sample for us. And different people are going to sew along with different fabrics. So you can see different looks. And so you'll see some modern, traditional, classic. You'll see everybody's kind of looks because everyone kind of has a look.
From Lori Berman, if you use Lori's setting, did you have to change the size of the blocks?
So the blocks, when they come from Moda, let me see. I'll show you some different ones. They have different sizes. So they say like 6-inch, 12-inch. There's different sizes they have. So Lori's settings uses 6-inch and 12-inch blocks, which is one of the sizes that Moda provides. So I just did that, and then you add sashing around each block. And that's all in the book. So I'm going to also remind you guys, Sewcialites is coming up. This starts this month. So in 21 days, Sewcialites starts. And if you go back to the live stream from 3 weeks ago, I show you the blocks. It's going to be a sew along that's completely free. We have a Facebook group called Sewcialites Lounge. And each week you will get a free 3-inch, 6-inch, or 9-inch block. And it's a free instruction. At the end of the year, you can turn it into a quilt. There's one setting. You do it in either 3-inch, 6-inch, or 9-inch. It's completely free, and it's a way to just celebrate quilting with Fat Quarter Shop. So you can either do Scrappy September and start it off that way, or you can have a Fat Quarter bundle, layer cake. All the fabric requirements are on the Jolly Jabber, and this is provided free from Fat Quarter Shop. And this is like an example of what your pattern will look like. I have made all of the blocks already. I made all of them in each size, so I can give a little bit of ideas each week. And this, it'll tell you beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And of course that's subjective, but yes. And we did a color sheet, so if you wanted to kind of play with your colors, we have that. So that's also free from us. And if you do Sewcialites and you don't want to do the Make-A-Wish, you can still donate to Make-A-Wish for the free Sewcialites.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Let's see, we had a couple new members. Connie Adjamine, welcome Connie. And then Brenda Joyce is another new member.
Thank you.
Leanne Davis was asking, how is Piggy?
Oh my gosh, he is naughty. So I didn't let him go to daycare on Tuesday, and he was so mad, and he was just acting bad. I think he has a girlfriend there or something, because he just loves to go. I mean, he likes us, but he loves it, and he just loves it. And he's so much more, when he comes home, he's so much more playful and fun, and but he was good yesterday. But yeah, he definitely, he gets really mad at us if we don't feed him the treat he wants, or he's definitely like a little kid, like has us wrapped around his finger.
Oh, baby. Do you want to take an intermission?
Yeah, so I'm going to take a little break, and then Lily's been working on something fun, so I'm going to have her show you what she's working on, and I'll be right back.
Intermission music. Hello everyone. My name is Lily. Run stuff behind the scenes, but we're doing a little intermission today. So I want to talk to you guys about Journey to Nebula. A few of you guys have been asking about it in our comments section, and I am just doing it doing the whole Journey to Nebula personally on my own. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at this week, since it just started on September 1st. I've got my little box down here. So Journey to Nebula is put together by Jaybird Quilts, and it's basically prep for getting ready to do the amazing Nebula quilt that's gonna start in January of next year. I believe we still have spots available at Fat Quarter Shop if you guys want to sign up for it. I signed up a while back because I saw the quilts and I love Tulip Pink, and I was like, I absolutely must do this. So rulers that you're gonna need for this sew along are the Super Sidekick ruler, this guy over here by Jaybird Quilts, or for a lot of the things you could also use the regular Sidekick ruler. This is actually the one I'll be using for most of my stuff on the Journey to Nebula. And then she's also using her Hex and More ruler, this guy right here. And then for the whole thing on Journey to Nebula, you're just gonna need 2 charm packs, 1 jelly roll. I'm actually using 2 junior jelly rolls because the fabric collection I picked does not have a regular size jelly roll. I'm using Liana by Kimberly Kite from Ruby Star Society. So here are my 2 jelly rolls, and my charm packs are down here, so you guys can get a better look at the fabric I'm using, Liana. And funny story about me picking this fabric was I was like, oh, I can use like all matching fabric to like, because we're making like table runners, pillow covers, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I could use it to decorate my house, especially for the fall. I want something neutral. And so I picked this fabric, and I showed my coworkers here and my boyfriend, and this isn't neutral fabric by any means. Kimberly's shaking her head behind the camera. But it's neutral to me. This is neutral for me. Yeah.
She means not bright. That's
not,
what she means.
yeah, not like super bright. More like autumn colors. This week we're starting with the Seaside pattern for the Seaside Table Runner. I know Jaybird's posting videos on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. There is also a Facebook group called Journey to Nebula. And yeah, so this week on September 1st, she posted the video for the cutting of this. You can also do it, if you don't want a table runner, you can do it as a placemats, because you just do it in half, and then that gives you like 2 placemats. But yeah, and I just got my order yesterday for all my fabrics, so here's all like my backgrounds, bindings, all of that. I'm very excited. And yeah, I have all my patterns here as well. Let me grab all of those. There are 6 patterns on the Journey to Nebula. Like I said, we're starting with Seaside, and then I believe the next one's Lucky Charm, and then it goes on to all these other patterns. And we have the full pattern set right now at Fat Quarter Shop. That's where I got mine. Ooh, lots of patterns. I didn't realize they were gonna be this tiny when I got them. I was like, oh, they're so small. They're so cute. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I also got myself Endurance rotary blade, because gonna need that for all this cutting. Yeah, so that's what I am up to.
Are you
with
gonna
this.
starch it?
Yes, I am starching it because I am nervous. I've never actually used this ruler before.
It's not hard.
Yeah, but she did suggest like starting slow, doing like not multiple pieces of fabric stacked at a time. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I will be giving you guys updates on that kind of every other week as we go, because it's the way her Sew Along structured is kind of every other week it's something new.
So Gabriel wants to know if you're going to get more Jaybird rulers. I don't know if he means you or the store. The store should have all of them.
The store has all of them
But I
right
think
now.
he's asking Lilly if you're going to get more Jaybird rulers.
Yeah, so the one, I have both the Sidekick and the Hex and More. I need to get the big super Sidekick for actual Nebula, because I know that will be helpful when that comes. But just for now, I got the littler one to kind of get used to it, and then get into the swing of things.
And Jane is asking, the fabric that you showed, is that to make the big Journey of Nebula or to make the small ones?
Okay, so it's for, the fabric I got is for Journey to Nebula, real Nebula, because I signed up for the club. What's it called? It's not a club.
That's the block of the month by Tula.
The block of the month, yeah. So that's gonna ship to me. It's gonna come upstairs to me at work from here. But you get your fabric included in that if you sign up for that on our website. Yes.
They're asking if there's enough fabric to starch in the kit. There should be.
Yes.
But they're also asking, what is your favorite starching method?
Oh, my favorite starching method. It's Kimberly Light. So I use the same starch she uses. No.
That's so funny. No, I'm like, no, do the heavy starch.
Oh, the heavy
Kimberly
starch.
Light.
Yeah.
But no, she can do whatever she wants. I just think it's funny that she calls it light.
I did the Kimberly Light. Well, because originally I bought the wrong can, and it's like that super firm one.
Oh, gosh.
So that's why I started lightly, because I knew it was going to get very, very stiff otherwise.
Yeah, so if you use that stiff stuff, it's like cardboard.
It's very stiff, so that's why I went Kimberly Light. And ever since then, I've like, oh, okay, I can just do this, and I'm not as super like prepared and pre-organizing as Kimberly is when I do my sewing. So by the time I'm like, oh, I'm ready to sew, I'm like, I don't want to sit here and wait for it to starch. So then I just do a little lightly, let it sit, and then I do it.
Cherry Gingham wants to know if you have a cute project box.
Not yet. Right now it's in the box that I got from Fat Quarter Shop, which is a bigger box, so it's not one of like the cute colorful ones. But I will be getting I want to get like a basket for it. I'm in the Journey to Nebula Facebook group, and someone had a cute little like brown basket where they put everything. So I kind of wanted to do that as well.
Chris is asking, if your blocks are starched, are you going to starch your backing?
Yes.
And how do you starch large pieces of fabric?
That's where you follow the Kimberly method and soak it and let it dry on a drying rack on your bathtub or outside. But outside when it's not raining. Yeah. Also, I'm really glad it hasn't thundered really loud because I'm scared of thunder. So if it did, I would jump. So if that happens, that's why.
It's really loud. It's really, and I think that's all the questions.
Okay.
But
Cool.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I see Sherry's asking, do you need all 3 rulers? Sorry, I've got them up right there too.
Oh, good. Okay.
But for the journey to Nebula, you can get away with just the hex and more and one of the sidekick rulers. Because for the patterns she's picked, I think they're written for the original sidekick ruler, but you can also use the super sidekick if that's the one you have. That's why I only have the 2 right now, since you will need like 1 sidekick and then the hex and more is what you will need. But like I said, I heard the super sidekick is going to be helpful for the actual Nebula quilt. Yeah. I do not have a favorite brand of starch yet. I use what Kimberly uses because I like the way it smells. Smell is big for me. We have a cabinet full of it. It's Faultless. It used to be the Faultless like premium. That one smelled really good. And then the Faultless Niagara also, it has a different scent, but I also like the way this one smells. Faultless Niagara for all your starching needs. Okay. I think that was all the questions about Journey to Nebula, and I will put my mask back on and give you Kimberly Jolly.
Thank you, Lily. Yeah. Okay, so I did want to let you guys know I'm going to do a big talk about this book next week, but it came in and it looks so good. And if you signed up just to get the book, it's going to ship today or Monday, or today or Saturday. Today's Friday, right?
Yes.
But if you are in the block of the month, this will come to you in November with your block of the month. So if you bought it twice, let us know so that we can, but I'm going to kind of flip through. But I don't want to do the whole big reveal because not everybody has it yet. But I just want you to see how nice it looks.
Ooh, it's so cool.
It looks good. Kevin really likes it. He likes the paper. I showed him yesterday. There's lots of photos, lots of, Camille did all the photography. And we've shown all the quilts, but we'll show them again. But yes, it came in, and so we sent Camille her copies and Bonnie her copies. It's so good. It's so awesome. And if you make the block of the month, you will love it because I made it, so I know you will love it. Yay! So I'm super proud of that. So I'll show you the quilt again. The quilt is the block of the month. So if you signed up for the block of the month, this will ship in November. The reason it ships in November is because the fabric comes in October, and we never ship the same month the fabric comes because fabric is delayed a lot. So if it's delayed, then it delays the block of the month. So we don't like to delay things, so we just give ourselves a little padding so that if there is a delay, we've already accounted for it. And it's awesome. And then, okay, what's next on the list?
Oh yeah, if you wanted to show the Good Times quilt.
Oh, okay.
Shared it this week on her Instagram.
Okay.
And it's from the book.
So this is also from the book. Camille made this one. It is really beautiful. It's hard to tell, but it's one giant block. So like there's 4 blocks. So like the green and the blue and the aqua and the blue create one quilt. It's so awesome. It's like, how do you explain it? It's 4 blocks that make one giant quilt. And that's also in the book. I don't think we've shown it yet. So pretty. And yeah, so let me know if you have questions on the book. The paper came out really nice. All of our authors, when we do books, we let them pick the paper. It's 146 pages. Look how pretty the picture is.
Aww.
Yeah, super honored to be able to publish for them. It's so awesome.
A few people were asking if you could repeat the name of the book.
It's called The Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee. And the reason I looked is we changed the name a couple of times.
Yeah, a few working titles. From MJ, cute. Is it layer cake friendly?
So some of the patterns in the book are layer cake friendly. That one right there, let me look. That's probably what she means, right, Lily? That one?
Yes, I think. Let us know if that's not what the question was about.
What's the name of that one, Lily?
Good Times.
Okay, hold on, I'm trying to find it. That one is, if you make the table topper, it uses charm packs, and if you use the lap, it uses layer cakes. So same exact pattern, just 2 different sizes. So you make it the same way. And you could use triangles on a roll or triangle paper with the charm pack one.
From Wilma Evans, what fabric group for the book?
What fabric?
What fabric group is related to the book?
Okay, so in the book, the main quilt, we will hang it up for you next week. This is using, what's the name of it?
Shine On.
Shine On. I'm like, I just went a blank. This is Shine On. This is in the back of the book. In the front of the book, it's all Scrappy from all Bonnie and Camille collections throughout the years. And they do give some different color options. So let me give you an example. This one is red, white, and white, but on the book, they give you a gray option. So they give you a couple of color options just to, like, you know, so you can think outside the box if you want to. Some people like to stay in the box like me, and then those diagrams are for people like Lily who go outside the box and have more fun than I do with colors. But I mean, that's the great thing about quilting and crafting is you can do whatever you want.
Okay. From Joan McLean, is it spiral bound?
No.
Maria Elena Bleca is asking, are you going to show Kimberly's nightstand tops again?
They're right here. So I showed them at the beginning. I hope my furniture comes soon. I need to check on it. But I ordered some small side tables because the side tables I have now are huge. And I made it about 1.5 inches bigger than I expect the table to be. And then I'm going to trim it down. I do have the binding. I need to piece the binding to put it. I have the binding fabric. That was from scraps, but I do need to go ahead and cut the strips and get them ready.
All right. From Lynn Nicholson, she says, I'm registered blind. Can I get the book as an ebook?
No. I'm sorry. We don't do our books as ebooks because we don't publish enough volume to be able to afford to be able to do that. So when you print a book, if part of our sales were digital, we wouldn't be able to keep we're just not large enough and our printing costs would be too high and we wouldn't be able to, y'all wouldn't want to buy the book because it would be too expensive. It's all, maybe if we got really big one day, but right now that's just like a business, straight money decision.
From Barbara Setterdahl, or Barb, sorry, is the Shine On block of the month the same as the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee?
Yes. So the Quilt Bee is the name of the book. The Shine On block of the month is the block of the month that is in the book. And if you sign up for the block of the month, you get the book.
All right. From Candace Weiss, is the Journey to Nebula a mystery quilt?
No. And so Lily, you want to answer?
Sure. So Journey to Nebula is like 6 patterns leading up to the Nebula block of the month, which is a huge one, yeah. And Journey to Nebula is just like a sew along that's happening right now with Jaybird Quilts. And then in January, if you've signed up for the block of the month, you will start sewing Nebula itself. So that's why it's called Journey to Nebula. It's like working up on, it's like a skill builder to get up to it. Okay. From Christine Nolan, good morning. I'm wondering if you will be ordering or receiving more on the farm yardage. Can't believe some of it is already out of stock.
I hate to say, but no. I wish we had more. Everything, that's kind of the story of my life right now. We can't keep anything in stock, and we have increased our orders, and we should start seeing a reflection of that in like a next month or so. But I do love that collection.
From Jay Harris, are you going to be doing the pink quilt in October?
I am not, but I love it. It's the Stitch Pink. We showed it in a previous live stream, and I think it's beautiful. I just don't have the time to do it, but I love it.
Okay, and from Allie, how big would the 9-inch blocks make the quilt? I think this was about one of the previous things we showed.
How big would the 9-inch blocks make the quilt? Okay, so the 9-inch quilt, if you're talking about Moda Blockheads, we don't have, that is not a setting option for the vintage, this quilt. This quilt is written for 6-inch and 9-inch blocks. So, I didn't say that right. 6-inch and 12-inch blocks. So there isn't an option for 9-inch. If this is the one you're asking about, I could be wrong. I'm guessing.
Okay. And we can move on. We have more questions, but we can save those for the next part.
So I'm going to show you another new Jolly Bar that we got called Harbor Springs. I am using this fabric in my Moda Blockheads, and this is the free pattern that comes within the Jolly Bar. The Jolly Bar is 5 by 10 inches. The pattern is called Blueberry Pie. It was designed by Crystal. Katie B stitched it, and Mike from mylongarm.com quilted it.
Okay.
And so we have kits available, but even if you don't want the kit, the pattern comes in the Jolly Bar. And then this came in, and I had Jocelyn do this because I love it. So these came in. This is Mammoth Flannel, and I'm gonna put it closer. So there's like 2 versions. And I love this stuff. It is flannel, and something about these colors I love. And I think what it is it's different, and I feel like I see a lot of the same old stuff. But I saw this and was like, oh my gosh, I love this. What could we make with it? So I had this pattern in mind, which is called Picnic Patch. It's an It's So Emma pattern designed by Sarah Price. And so I had Jocelyn mock up what that bundle would look like in the pattern. So Lily's going to show you what it would look like. You don't need the full bundle, but you would print this page that Jocelyn put together for you, and we can put this on the blog. But it basically tells you, like, if you wanted to make the quilt in the cool colorway or the warm colorway, and the pattern, kind of, what you would cut. I just think it's cool and different, and we do get a lot of questions about men quilts or boy quilts, and to me this could be boy or girl, but it definitely could be boy. And I don't know, something about it, I couldn't let it go. I just loved the bundle when I saw it. So I just wanted to show y'all that I think that's fun. We'll do a little blog post on it, but I thought that, I don't know, something about it. You could even add like, instead of all plaids, you could do some like some flannel solids if you wanted. But that's what I have this week. I'm happy to answer any questions. I have plenty of time to answer anything. But yeah, I don't know, something about this.
Is it really soft?
Yes. It's and it has like there's a texture about it, there's a textured look about it that because what they did is they combined some colors within, like, see how that has 2 colors, like it's black and white and then gray, and there's a textured look because of how they printed the fabric. So to me, I don't know, I just really like it.
Okay. Questions from earlier from Linda Gillespie. Speaking of cutting, I'm a starcher, but when I cut 2.5-inch strips, I almost always get the wave. I've tried everything. I did replace my 25-year-old cutting mat thinking maybe the gouges were throwing me off. Any more ideas?
So what I would do is when I cut across and I need it to not have the wave, put a line on your ruler right on that fold and cut and then turn it, but just make sure that line on your ruler is aligned with the fabric fold.
Okay, from Lisa Mallory Blundell, will you get any more Be Patriotic Fat Quarter bundles?
Yes, we should have them in late September, early October. Riley Blake is out of a lot of basics, and they're getting a shipment in around September 15th.
And then Allie said she's the person who asked earlier about the 9-inch blocks. They were asking about Sewcialites.
Oh, I'm a dingbat. Okay.
No, I thought it was what you were talking about too. I thought it was
So,
Blockheads.
that is on our blog. I don't have it printed out, so I can't tell you, but it is on our blog.
Yes, we can link that.
There's all 3 sizes are on there, and I just don't oh, look, Lily has it. I can't read it, so Lily, you read the answer.
Because what was the question?
9-inch block. So
9-inch
is that
block.
81 square?
It is 81 and a half, yeah.
Okay. And then so if you make it 6 inches, it's 54 and a half inches square, and 3
Yeah.
inches is 27 and a half
27.
square.
Mm-hmm. Yay, I'm glad I still had that. Okay. From Francie Inman, do you have an ETA on the All Hallows Eve fabric?
It was supposed to be here last week. There was a delay in customs, and it should be 2 to 3 weeks. And the only reason I know that is Joanna put that on her Facebook group. And so I saw it and was like, oh.
From Gourmet Law, what's the best way to cut flannel? Do you starch first?
I starch everything first. Yes. It would even be more helpful on flannel because flannel is more a flexible fabric than a cotton.
Okay. From Joseph Alford, can you just buy the pattern for the Good Time quilt? No.
No, the pattern is only available in the book.
From Jay Peterson, is there a fat quarter bundle for apricot and ash?
It's sold out. I'm sorry.
That was a really good collection.
Yeah, everything is kind of different right now.
All right. We also have some more new members, more super chats that have been coming in. New member, Dreamers Homestead.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then we had a super chat for 99 cents from Sunshine Girl. They put a little slice of birthday cake. I think it's because Ashley told everyone it's my birthday.
Oh,
on
happy
Monday.
birthday. Yeah, it's her
Thank
birthday
you.
on Monday, on Labor Day.
Thank
And
you.
then Jocelyn's birthday is the 11th.
Yes. We're a couple days separated in our birthday. Virgo season. Yay. Confetti cannon for all
Oh,
the
my mom
Virgos.
is a Virgo too.
Oh, yeah, because 28th
Yeah.
of August.
I don't really know much about, the only thing I know about, like, what do you call those, horoscopes?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Pisces, and everything I see about Pisces, I'm like, that is not me, because I guess Pisces are supposed to be chill people, like, totally chill, and I'm like, oh, I'm not that.
That's funny. Well, you have like 3 primary signs technically, but it's a whole
Yes, see, I don't know any of that.
thing.
But I'm I'm interested in it, so, like, that's a good idea for Netflix. They should do some kind of,
Yeah, it's like
Something.
it's your natal chart, and then based off of like
what does natal mean?
Natal, like baby, like birth
Oh,
natal chart. So it's based off of when you were born, what time, and where, and depending on the location, the time, and all that, it's like what planets were above you and what stars were above you, and that determines, like, everyone knows their main like star sign, which is your sun sign, but then you have your rising and you have your moon.
yeah. See, Lily, she should just do a Netflix documentary. Or something on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's interesting.
It's a lot of
I
fun.
just always get mad because I'm like, that doesn't describe me.
That's funny. Yeah, so I feel like maybe like your other signs are like more of your personality.
Well, I know I was born like 3 weeks late, so maybe that's.
Okay.
I was supposed to be born on Valentine's Day,
Oh.
and I was born March
You
7th.
were born March, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and all my children, all 4, had to be induced. Like, I was never gonna have. Like, I was never going. Like, I never was gonna have. I don't know. It must be like how me and my mom's bodies are, that the babies don't want to come out.
Okay. Super chat for $25 from Kelly Hoffman. And Kelly says, I appreciate Fat Quarter Shop so much. Thank you for being such a fabulous company. Quilting is a huge distraction for some of us. Love to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Okay, and the next super chat was from Nellie Olson for $19.99. Thank you so much, Nellie. And they put a little pair that's holding a mirror like this and going like that.
Aww.
And saying, thanks for being you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nellie. And then, okay, more questions. Okay, there's a couple questions about Nebula.
Okay.
From Sunshine Girl 74, can you get the Journey to Nebula as a bundle of patterns?
Yes. And we do keep selling out of them, and I keep reordering them.
Yeah. And they are in stock as of this morning.
Yeah, they're in stock.
Jane Murr was asking what fabric pack I was using. I am using Liana. I don't know if you want to pull it out from the box.
Where is it? Oh, yeah.
It's Liana. I'm using 2 charm packs and the 2 junior jelly rolls from that collection. And all of my binding and background fabric and backings are from Liana as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kimberly Kite is the designer.
Yes.
Fun fact, her kid goes to my kid's school.
Aren't you guys technically neighbors?
Yeah, I think. I don't know exactly where she lives, but yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was at the, what do you call that? It was last year, not this year, but where you like meet the teacher and you go from like room to room. And I was like, wait a minute, that is Kim Kite. And I was like, okay, wait. First of all, I don't know that that's her. You know, you're in a different setting and you're like, I don't want to make a fool of myself. So I was like trying to nub Kevin. I'm like, Kevin, is that? But yeah, it was her. I was like, okay, thank goodness.
Don't we have like a video with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just was like her hair was different, and you know, you're just like, you're in a setting, and I'm just like super nervous person anyway. I'm not like great socially. So I was like, oh my gosh, is that really her? Like, not that she's a famous person, but like I didn't want to like go up to her and be like, hey, and start talking to her and it not be her. Yeah. Because that would be something that I would do. Yeah. That would definitely be something I would do.
I'm like, well, she's famous to me, so there's that too. So I would feel the same way. Okay, from Kathleen Champ. Hi, Lily. Sorry, newbie and still confused. Do you need to do the journey to Nebula to get the kit for Nebula that comes out in January? No. Totally optional.
That's just, it's a skill builder. So what, it was so popular and such a popular block of the month that I think that she probably got requests, is what I would assume. And so it's kind of like a skill builder up to it so that you can get comfortable with bias seams and the rulers, which are easy to use.
From Wendy Stroud, will you be getting more of the Lori Holt Granny Chic 108 wide backing?
Yes. Should also come. So all of that Riley Blake that is not, if it is all on order, should come like late September, early October. They're getting like a big shipment. And more of the Prim 108, everything.
From Valerie Koenig, I got the Bee Quilt pattern, but did not do Block Club. What fabric bundle should I get?
Okay, Bee. Tell me again. Bee.
For the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee.
Okay, they got okay, to read it again, I'm sorry.
They got the book, but not the block of the month. So what fabric bundle do you recommend they get?
Shine On.
Fat quarter bundle or
Oh, okay. So if you want to make the whole quilt, I would kind of start with the fat quarter bundle, and then you'll probably, some of the pieces might be short. But it's, you know, you might have to just move fabric around a little bit.
From Denise Pineda, any suggestions on white fabric backgrounds?
Okay, I have a lot that I like. So I love any kind of Moda white on white. So I like Corey Yoder's white on white. The Shine On white on white is great. As far as basics, I really like the Blossom white on white by Christopher Thompson. I use it all the time. Of course, I don't know the SKU number, but it's white on white, and it's little flowers, so that's why I like it, because it's small. I used all my whites on this, so let me look. So this is from a Corey Yoder collection. It's a white on white X, and I have a lot of it, and I think we do have it in stock. This is a cream on cream from Laundry Basket Quilts. This is an older Bonnie and Camille white on white. This is Shine On White, which is rainbows. This is an older white on white by Vanessa Gertson. This is a Vanessa Gertson. I mean, it's just scraps from stuff. But my favorite, if I was going to just go to Fat Quarter Shop and shop, I would get the white on white Blossom just because I like it. I mean, I don't know, something about the color or the design or whatever it is about it, I like it. And I do have a lot of it. I'm actually surprised it's not in here. Yeah. But I think it's because I used, oh, here it is. It is in here. I'm like, I know it's got to be in here. Here it is. I'll show it to you. So this is my favorite white on white right here. So this, it's got little flowers, but that is the favorite, and that's a basic that is in all the time.
I did see someone asking earlier if the word basics meant it would just like perpetually be in stock.
Yes. Okay. So we have a page on our site for basics, and I have been working on that page for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, maybe 2. So I'm basically stocking up on basics. So that would be like a Bella Solid, a Kona, Confetti Cotton, Grunge, Dots, Essex Linen, Mammoth Flannel, anything that we keep in stock all the time. And I'm just making sure we have all of that in stock, and not just that, but we're adding more bundles. So you're going to see like some bundles from older collections come on, and that's because we're selling out of some of the newer stuff, and I know that you guys are upset about that, so we're trying to offer more of what the manufacturers do have to make up for it.
From Barbara Summers, what level is the Bonnie and Camille block of the month?
I would say intermediate. I made it. There's no applique. There's nothing funny. The hardest block is the B block, which is right here. This is the hardest block, but you make it bigger and you trim it down. So, so I don't feel like it's advanced because the fact that you trim it down gives you room to mess up, or it gives you room for give. Like, I don't know how to, what is that? Like, it gives you room to move around.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I don't know of a better word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Letitia Evans, where do you film your videos?
At Fat Quarter Shop, so where we have our headquarters, and there's like a little upstairs area, and we don't have windows, so that's why you can't hear the rain, because when we took the intermission and I went to the bathroom, it is probably going to start flooding. It is. Whew. Really, I was shocked. I mean, when I drove in, I was shocked, but now I'm even more shocked. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh man.
So it's definitely probably going to start. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have one employee that lives like where it floods. So I'm like, oh, I bet she goes home, because like once you either get in to her area or you get out. Like you don't, it's she lives kind of in the middle of nowhere. So like there's no, like if you don't get into the area in time, then you stay in a hotel.
Oof.
So.
Peach said wiggle room.
Wiggle room!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like something, yes.
Wiggle room.
Okay, Lily's wiggling.
I am wiggling.
She's dancing.
Did you ever watch The Wiggles? Anyways.
The Wiggles, no. You know, my nephew did. It was like, yeah, my nephew who's now he's going to UT, but he used to watch that.
I used to watch that too.
Yeah, I guess he's your age. He's like 20. He's younger than you.
From Teresa, can anyone suggest a good ivory on ivory or cream on cream?
So cream on cream, there's also one in Christopher's collection. Cream on cream, the one in here that I have is Adidas. The problem is I don't know what collection it's from. I don't know if it's from Sweet 16. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know. Usually cream on creams, Minnick and Simpson will have some, and Joanna's. Sometimes Joanna's groups are cream and sometimes they're darker cream.
Okay. From Julie Conway, how do you hang quilts on the wall? Okay.
Oh, okay. So what you can do is put a quilt hanger, and then you can hang it up with either like a wood piece, like a piece of thin wood that you get at Home Depot, and just put. That's what I do at home. Is I have it's a real skinny wood, and it's rectangular, and Kevin just puts nails in the wall, and it sits on there in the hanger. Or you can do a what do you call that? A shower curtain rod.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can do a skinny circle wood piece. But there are things you can buy that are fancy. What do we do here? We just use wood.
Pull those up. They're like
We just use wood.
it's,
Like from Home Depot, right?
it's magnetic.
Oh, well then no, we don't do that here.
We used to use wood. Hang on. Dang it! I threw the packaging away. We sleeve it and then put metal.
Where
and
did you
then-
get these?
We got those online. I think we have an Amazon link for it.
Okay, so they'll have the Amazon link. I don't know what this is.
I forget what it's called.
Yeah, they'll have to link it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's on the wall over there.
I have no idea.
So they're like super strong magnets, and then
They
what
are.
we do is we put this like flat metal thing the size of the quilt, like lengthwise, through the sleeve, and then we pop it
Okay.
on.
And then it'll just come off real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, if someone in our chat could let me know what those are called,
There's no.
the quilter's hang up is the sleeves we use, but I forget what that's called.
Yeah, there's no name on it. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, at home I just use wood from like Home Depot. Well, Kevin just goes. I'm like, here, and he just gets a little stick. I mean, they're cheap.
Yeah.
So this would be. I mean, this is great for work, but it's much more expensive. I'm assuming than what I do.
They're heavy duty.
They look like they're gonna hurt me. They're very heavy.
They are very heavy. Yes.
I thought we were doing wood, so I have no idea. That tells you how much I know.
Okay, they're from Magnificent Quilting Company quilt hangers,
Okay,
and we just shared the link.
good.
Okay. From Kathy Longo, hi Kimberly and Lily. Do you have any suggestions as a fabric choice for a quilt made of white and silver colors? My sister-in-law would like one with those colors, and I'm really at a loss.
Yeah. Jennifer Shampoo has some great metallics, but a white and silver group, I don't know. I don't know. Most of it would have like blue in it too,
Yeah.
or red. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, not totally.
Yeah, I
those
don't know.
colors. I feel like Zen Chic has some stuff in that realm,
Yes, that's true.
but with other colors kind of in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, gonna take a few more questions here from Elizabeth Glenbaki. What makes a quilt block intermediate or advanced?
I think a lot of it has to do with bias and accurate seam allowances and, you know, what you're most comfortable with. So the thing that I struggle with the most still to this day is the square and square block. I do not like those square and square blocks. I don't ever feel like mine come out right. My points don't match. I can get anything else down. So it's kind of whatever you're most comfortable with. So if I see a block that has a lot of square and square, to me it's advanced because I am not very accurate with it, whereas some people might be. But I think it has a lot to do with if you're working on bias, you know, it's more stretchy, it's harder. But I also think it varies from person to person.
Okay, I lost the person's name here, but they were asking what your favorite honey bun pattern is.
So I don't have a favorite honey bun pattern, but I can tell you two things. Number one, this weekend Moda is doing a honey bun along. And so you can go there, that's a free pattern. And Jocelyn is, due to the request of one of our YouTube channel members, asked us to do a honey bun pattern. So she is designing one for a future video that will be free.
Okay, from Cheryl Liley, did Emma design the layout of your log cabin? I know you were going to have her look at it.
She wasn't home, so she didn't. She had dance for 8 hours on Saturday and 8 hours Sunday. So they have like a choreo camp, which is four days, and they do it in September every year. So she wasn't home. That's why I got so much done, because she wasn't home. But I was like, I mean, yeah. But it would have been much. I probably could have gone faster because she would have laid it out, and yeah. But she wasn't home.
Oh. Okay, a couple comments here. Nova let me know that for Serendipity, the only half square triangles in the quilt top can be made with H200 paper, and H300 will work for the backing.
Okay.
And then Peach wanted to let everyone know you can also ask for fabric suggestions in Kimberly Stitch Squad on Facebook. We love helping in there.
Yes, that's a great suggestion because I'm still thinking in my head of the white and the silver.
Yeah.
I know there was a group a long time ago by Northcott that was amazing. It was meant for wedding, the gold anniversary and the silver anniversary, and that's why they did it. I mean, it was probably it could have been 15 years ago, and I just keep thinking of that. But I mean, that was so long ago that it's long gone.
Yeah.
So guys, have a great weekend. I hope it's not raining too much where you live, and I will see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.